Okay, so my name is Emmanuel Seck. I'm program manager at ENDA, based in Senegal. I am the CSO's representative for Africa in the UNCCD panel, which we have all the UN 5 region represented. So we are here in the COP in Ankara that will begin in the Monday 12th. So it is a very interactive sessions where we had two main topics, I may say. The one is related to the definition of the land degradation neutrality, and the second is related to the creek and the periodicity of the meeting of the creek. As we all know, the creek is intersessional meetings that is held between the conference of parties, which is 2-year terms, and also during the conference of parties. So globally, we can say that with the land degradation neutrality objective, which was adopted in the last General Assembly of United Nations, we have at least a topic that can gather many interests related to land degradation, because in the past we did not have objective. We had a broader terms which is combating desertification, and if you look at the other convention, they have a key objective. For example, in the climate change, people are talking about reducing emissions. If you look at biodiversity, people are seeing how to recover the biodiversity or to rehabilitate the biodiversity. But with the land degradation and desertification, we did not have a specific objective. And we think that the land degradation neutrality will converge many initiatives. For example, the best practices that civil society are developing in the field will be more valued if we arrive to quantify these best practices. We know that qualitatively we are doing an effort in the field, but without numbers, it should be difficult for us to say that these are the real impact that we bring on the ground. We are bringing on the ground, and with the land degradation neutrality indicators, I think that civil society could say more that this is our contribution in achieving the sustainable development goals through the land degradation neutrality. So there is very interesting issues that people are discussing here in the conference of parties, which is related to best practices. So even in the CST, the Committee of Science and Technology, and the Committee of the Review of the Climate, the implementation of the convention. So the issue of best practices is discussed, and we all know that civil society have a huge contribution on this. If we arrive to quantify this effort that we are doing in the field, then I think that we'll have a very good contribution related to the land degradation neutrality objectives. What I could add is that we could contribute also making the bridge among the different convention, the natural bridge, I mean. If you look at it was requested to the countries that are party in the climate convention to share and send their intended nationally determined contributions. This means that they have to explore the potential sector that are emitting or that have possibility of reducing the greenhouse gases. We could do the same if we are making an analogy, is to say that related to the land degradation neutrality objective, that we explore what people are doing, the potential sector that can help to restore or to reclaim land. So if we arrive to that, I think that this is the way to which a natural and real and concrete synergy among the convention, where we see that on the ground, talking about adaptation, talking about combating desertification, and also to achieve land degradation neutrality will be the same thing.